Welcome to your inspirational astrology horoscope for the weekend of November 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, 2014. I'm astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Well, everything is changing here on the Leo King. Yes, the daily horoscope will still be available on YouTube, but now the daily horoscope is going to be more about the energy and a quick overview of the planets. That's because I'm doing a deeper horoscope now that takes the day and adds it and how it affects all relationships, adds the tarot card of the day. I'm also, of course, doing my 12-sign horoscopes that go through a whole play-by-play of the whole week on what's happening for each sign in the zodiac. This is all moving to my premium service, which is now going to be on Apple and Android and a separate website to access all this stuff. So it doesn't matter if you don't have a phone, you can still watch it all on the computer, but I am changing everything to make the content so much better and have the ability to where when I put out a new special video, boom, it gets notified to you on your phone and then the video pops up. This is such a new way for me to do horoscopes that hit you at a certain time and hit you when the astrology is actually hitting. So I'm also doing this 7 days a week now. So the daily video will be 7 days a week. Monday through Sunday. There won't be a weekend video like this one. So excellent and exciting times, and thank you so much for all the support, because without you watching, I wouldn't have been able to do this, and I'm so excited to give you Leo King in a deeper and better way. But before we take a look at all the planets, let's take a look at the Leo King Planet Energy Meter to get a beat on where all the energy is for this weekend, and let me tell you, this is a very, very special weekend. I'm throwing this one on the extreme, and now I do not think that this extreme is negative. This is some positive stuff coming. A lot to talk about, though. Let's go into this. Number one, Friday is the dark moon in Scorpio, and it's going to pass over Saturn. So big tests coming into the weekend before the big show of the new moon on Saturday morning and when all the energy changes. So it's almost like there's a last test as we come into the weekend to stay positive and to, more importantly, really, I think, emotionally understand the work you have to do in your life for the next 30 years of deep personal, inner, fearful stuff that you have to overcome. I think that you will understand that the work that you've learned over these last couple years and the changes you've made and the transformation you've been going through have been intense. And there's a reminder of that coming into the weekend to remind yourself that, just like the best group in the world, Daft Punk, the work is never over. It never ends. The work never ends. And Saturn in Scorpio reminds that the work never ends of what you've experienced in the last couple years of this, powerful change in your life. And the reason why I'm saying that this Friday really hits that hard is because this is a dark moon right before this new moon that hit. So it's so rare to have the dark moon hit Saturn like this in Scorpio at this position. The last time that, the sun and the moon are going to meet up and pass over Scorpio like this was Saturn here for the next 28 and a half years. I mean, you're just not going to see this happen again until we talk, I think, when is that? The 40s, 2040s. So, I mean, it's literally like, trust me when I say this, huge, huge breakthroughs coming through this weekend. Extreme. Because on Saturday morning, boom. So I think as we come into Friday late night and into Saturday morning, you're going to feel the energy. And I think you'll feel it coming into Friday. I just think there's a reminder. I think there's a reminder that it's deep. I think that you're going to start to feel like the whole world's going to change as this big energy opens up. A new moon in Sagittarius. This is extreme. This is about fire now. This is about mutability, change. It's time to change directions. It's time to aim in your life. It's time to expand. It's time to get the ticket. It's time to get the tickets to paradise, It's like it's time to open up. It's time to change your perception. It's time to be jolly. It's time to really open up to all the possibilities. It's infinite world out there. It's infinite doors. It's all the doorways that you've needed to open up in your perception now. This is all while Chiron going stationary direct on Sunday in Pisces, which is a huge healing weekend to me. All the wounds that you've been dealing in our sensitive spots deep in our souls are all really coming to this weekend of a powerful change that is here to 100% change you. Mercury will also square Jupiter this weekend. And as Mercury's in Scorpio, all dark and intense and deep, and will feel like he's left alone with Saturn, which he does not like. Trust me, Mercury does not like Saturn. He's the fastest planet and going to one of the slowest, especially in the reality, right? It's a new battle now. It's a new battle of positivity and getting rid of darkness now. It's almost like we've unveiled dark. Dark doesn't mean bad. Dark is just, I think, sometimes the opposite of things. And sometimes, there's closing of things. There's getting personal on things. But this is very extroverted energy coming out this weekend now. And with Jupiter squaring Mercury, it's reminding that little Mercury that's all, maybe still caught up in some dark things this weekend, like, let it go. It's time to see big. It's time to have a party. Jupiter as well has now made it to 22 degrees, and it will stay here at 22 degrees for a while and then go stationary retrograde here in December. So this is a very unique time as we are switching gears, all moving into the big aspects of life now, changing into this more positive place, opening up our perceptions, and really, I think, clearing in a deep knowing and understanding of the work you've had to do here, of changing your life, of going personal, of unveiling your own deep, deep issues now, and ready to overcome them with knowing it. And sometimes, it could feel like, gosh, you just still got to battle through it all, but you're ready to go. Mars is in Capricorn. I just watched Men of Honor with Cuba Gooding Jr. and how he's the Navy diver. I don't know if you've ever seen it, and then he loses his leg, and he still shows at the end that he could still do it even with one leg. And that's Mars in Capricorn. It's time to just go. It's time to, no matter what you've been dragged through the mud with, what you've gone, when you add the power of Sagittarius, the power of fire, the power of change, the power of infinite universe, the power that you can overcome this of Jupiter square Mercury saying, you're thinking too small. And then there's Mercury being like, well, maybe you're missing the facts of all this truth. Well, I think it's about, we have seen the truth, we have seen what we need to bring positivity to, and it is time this weekend to get pumped as you are going to watch the whole world change. The whole entire world change as this magical new moon comes in, even through Sunday, where the energy is just so amazing coming into this weekend. We got Venus, which is going to start trining over to Uranus. I mean, this is just so powerful. So get ready, everybody, for things to shift and things to change. The card of the weekend is the Knight of Pentacles upright. So even though it's all changing and so powerful, know that it might be it's a progress. It's not going to be like, my whole world changed, oh my God, like I went from dead to alive. I think there's those deep interchanges, but I think in our physical world, it's like, okay, at least it's changing and it's slowly moving. It's like the turtle's at least moving, or, I don't know of another stupid analogy, even though I'm the king of stupid analogies. It's like, yay, it's all moving. Finally, we're going. It's like, when you're at Disneyland and you're on a ride and it's like, okay, the line's finally moving. Gosh, we were sitting here for 20 minutes on Space Mountain. It's like Space Mountain line's finally moving and everybody's starting to move, and it's like you're getting closer and you're like, oh, but when you're in that moving, it just feels so much better. You're so happy again. Everything's good. You're talking to your family, your friends, and everybody's talking. Yeah, we're going to go on the ride. What side are you going to be on? Blah, 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 blah. You're not sitting there like, when is this thing going to go? With Saturn, it's been that way. Check out my website, theleoking.com and inclusiveastrology.com, and follow me on all my social medias about this new switchover of all the new energy with the horoscopes. And get ready, because it's next week when you're going to see the shifts. Thank you so much for all of your support, and I will see you on Monday.